Welcome to Boxcars, War Machine and Horde's supplementary podcast for War Room PL YouTube channel.
So welcome to Boxcars episode 23, and it will be a ClogCon special, ClogCon 2017 special. I'm Marcin and I'm playing Minions and a bit Signor.
I'm Rafał and I'm playing Quicks, the bad boys of the meta.
Yes, and I have a faction, I don't know how it's called, it's I'm
ADHD.
something like this. I'm looking for my faction identity because I cannot. I want to play Minions, but as ClogCon showed, I still am better at playing Signor than Minions. But we'll talk about it a bit. So we have been a bit, or not me, but the other guys that are War Room PL team have been active on our blog. So you can go to our War Room PL website and check out the blog, and there is also a contact place where you can contact us.
I think currently we have three-person blogging.
Yeah.
One is doing retribution things. One is doing cater things. They both played on WTC teams in Poland for Polish teams in the WTC. And my blogs that I sometimes I try to post like weekly or 2 weeks about Cricks. And I will be posting, I think, tomorrow my games and my list from the Masters that we'll be talking about. So there is some content flowing in.
Yes, and there was one person also started red posts. I'm trying to get myself together and
it's not easy.
And write something.
Do it at work.
Yeah.
Do it at work, like I do.
The whole year I was really not doing much at work, but end of the year is in my business a year that even I have to work. So.
Amazing. It's not fair.
No, yeah, exactly. Life is not fair.
You have to work. It's disaster.
Disaster, exactly. So,
So we have Thursday night gaming streams, or sometimes Friday night gaming stream.
Yeah, exactly. I had like last week we had Friday night, but I didn't stream because Arek came and said I will have a lot of phone calls from work, and I was alone. My wife was away, so I knew I will have children calls. So I knew that will be worst stream ever. So instead of streaming, we just recorded the games and I uploaded them later, because there is a great feature in XSplit. You can pause the recording, and don't have to do it again, restart it. It just connects by itself. So every time we had a larger break, we had to hit pause, and so there is not much editing needed afterwards. But at least we had a nice looking table, so you can check it out.
Yeah.
And I played Maylock, and I think there is something to it. It's very simple caster. There is not much tricks to him, but it's something.
Crocodile Mid Mountain.
Yes, exactly. So it's something else that I never played before, because Signor Mid Mountain is like 10 lances, and that's our Mid Mountain. Let's say not really meaty. So crocodiles do it better in this respect, but but I will tell you about my minions. Thinking about my minion list after we talk about our lists and games at ClogCon. So
the second point of our list is current state of the meta.
Yeah. Because we are today limited with the time, I don't think we'll talk a lot, but I wanted to say that there was a lot of quicks at ClogCon. But
but honestly, was it really that much?
Yes. There was a lot of quicks.
I thought that there were mercenaries everywhere. I played like 4 times them.
Honestly,
honestly, I don't like them at all. I played mercenaries before, And those stupid Ostrom leads with double right engine, double battle engine. It's really stupid. I mean, it's really difficult to play, and it feels like difficult for me at least.
I might be mistaken, but I think in Masters there were 8 Kriegs players. Yes.
Okay, 54 or 58, no, more, 70 people were playing because it was above 64 because they had to make those 6 rounds, right?
So you think out of 13 factions, 8 is not much?
I mean, you take out minions that you only played, I think. You take out Cock that nobody played. Or maybe
actually,
one person.
minions played 3 players, which was surprising because I never seen more than 1 player on any tournament of minions, and now there were 3
I would
players.
say that Kriegs played 8. Then the next faction was played like by 6, 5. So okay, there was more Kriegs than everybody else. Maybe, I'm not sure, but it was not like 2 times like 20% of Kriegs was. Something. It was like 8%, 9% of Kriegs, maybe 10%.
You think there was a lot of mercenaries because they, by mistake, wrote a lot of times mercenaries in.
Yes, I've got a photo, right?
Yeah, they wrote a lot of times mercenaries, and in reality there were different factions. But I think from the website, if you take a look, Master Standings round 4. There is six Kriegs, and they are all in like top 20.
Yeah, but they were pretty good players, I think.
And 4 Kriegs, 3 Kriegs out of 4 in top 4.
Yeah, that was mistakes were made.
Yeah. So basically. There was a lot of Kriegs, but not overwhelmingly a lot. So, but you could feel that Grimkin and Kriegs are dominant from power level, let's say. Because there was a funny thing. They too, when I played not Champions Steamroller. I played against Grimkin player that just started playing Grimkin, and he was like 10th game in. He knocked you out of Blue Steamroller, and I managed to win against him. And this just shows he just begun playing faction, and he already went into finals of Steamroller, just like that, and knocked you out, and you are not a bad player. So.
But I never played Grimkin before.
Yeah, true. But this is a factor that you have to let's say factor in while playing Grimkin. The surprise factor. It's like playing against minions as well. But the Grimkin thing is not only that you have the surprise thing that they are new, but also it's very hard to learn how to play versus their Arcanas.
Yeah, because they are different every time. And there are not many people playing Grimkin in Europe, I think. This is typical American meta thing. Because there were like 2 or 3 Grimkins, maybe. Pat, this guy, and one more maybe I have seen, and that's all.
Yeah.
So they won't be popular in Poland. I mean, in Poland also.
In Poland, Tutaец will play Grimkin?
He's currently playing Protectorate of Menos back.
Okay, back to Protectorate.
But I think that 2, maybe 3 players out of, let's say, 60 or so playing in meta in Poland, totally Polish meta. There are 2 players of Grimkin, and in Europe I do not see a lot of Grimkin either. But in USA, there are tournaments that are like 10% with Grimkin or 7% with Grimkin. So, yeah, more. Meta dependent, geographically dependent, I would say.
Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't want to rate the factions right now because I don't think we have a time or will for that. But if ClogCon is any indication, and I think it is because there was a lot of very good players from whole Europe, a
I
lot
think
of
so.
WTC team members, etc. And the tournaments were really strong opposition in all the, especially Masters, but in all of the tournaments there were really strong players. And the finals in the Invitational, there was just 2 Kriegs, 2 Retribution of Syra, 1 Grimkin, 1 Signar, 1 Trollbros, 1 Protectorate. So very nice.
Not Protectorate, but Mercenary.
You're right. That's another mistake. Yeah, that was Mercenaries, true. So I'm not surprised about the Kriegs. I'm not surprised about the Grimkin because it's not. Doesn't matter what the faction, it was Pat, so he would be there, whatever he would be playing.
Yeah.
I'm a bit surprised about Signar, because I don't know how I got there. The true thing I'm surprised about Signar is just because 1 Signar qualified, and it is just a couple of months away from Iron Mood, where there was 4 Signar, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
so the meta evolved to the point where Signar is underdog.
Yeah, but the thing is that maybe you are right, because most of the people from Ironwood were also here, maybe except some Swedish players, but Norwegians were there, Swedes, some of the Swedes were there, so, and the other people also from Ironwood, so yeah.
I mean, it was definitely different representation, but in general, I like that not the one faction dominated everything, and I like that, for example, Retribution that was on WTC had very low statistics. It's actually 2 players that qualified in. So
and they have Helena. They had Helena. The worst caster in the game.
The worst caster in the game. Yeah. And
I would say I wanted to add something, but about because you wrote that the list is not everything, and players play the game. Yeah. I played 1, 2, 3, 4 times mirror, and I won 3 out of 1. But the thing is that I just have something that I thought is a mirror match, and I played 2 times against lists that were created to kill Kriegs. But it seems that it's like you said. I mean, I had maybe a better plan. Maybe they didn't play mirror before. Me neither too much, but I played some. So yeah, you can you may not have the optimal list, but still, if you played 2 games and somebody plays 0 games, then you are like 30% up.
I think the mirror. When Kriegs creates army versus mirror, they have to think about what they drop against Ghost Fleet, or they drop has to be good versus Ghost Fleet, because at least in theory everybody will have a pairing Ghost Fleet something, but you didn't. So it was.
I had something for Ghost Fleet. I had to remove from play range.
Yeah, no, I mean you didn't play Ghost Fleet.
No. I just had it on my list. But I never put it out of the trunk. I mean, out of the bag.
So the player making a drop against you has to factor in. Maybe he will drop Ghost Fleet.
Yeah, but they dropped Ghost Fleet. I played 2 times Ghost Fleet. 1 time it was the Den 2 that is specially made for Kriegs, and it was Lich 1 that was also made for Kriegs. But I learned more in the meantime, and those guys didn't play so much maybe against Kriegs, so yeah. So okay. But I think that we can
specifically against Caravan, because she was always good, and
nobody played her. She is bad. Nobody. Don't look this way. This is not the
better striker. She's better striker 1. So
I listened lately to the podcast by Jay and the crew of Chain Attack, and it was funny how 9, 8, 10, A+, and nobody plays her. Amazing. She's pretty boring, but also interesting in a way. I mean, yeah, she can close the games, and this is something important in the caster. But I think that we can go to the ClogCon topic now, more straightforward.
Exactly.
So the ClogCon is great. This is if you have the money to go to one tournament and you don't want to go to the biggest UK one because of matters, then go to ClogCon.
Yeah.
Because it's a great location. You will be getting food and accommodation at the place that you are playing, and you will play so much War Machine that you will be tired for one day, and you don't want to play War Machine anymore.
I actually thought it will never happen, but at the end of day 2, I would probably shoot myself if I had to play another game.
Yeah, it was for me the day 1 when I had to play the final at 1:30 in the night. Yeah, I just wanted to do it fast, and yeah, I tried, but I didn't manage. Anyway, but it's a great event. Franka and the crew is doing great work. We are for sure coming next year, and we recommend to everybody. We brought 2 more new players from Poland there. They were just polishing shoes of other people, but still, they learned more than for. The funny thing is that I played 14 games, and how many you played?
Yeah, something close to that. Yes, I'm one short probably because I haven't played the final game on day 3.
Okay, but the thing is that 13, 14 games. That if you play 1 game a week, that is like 2 months and a half of playing. Okay, even more.
Yes.
3 months
exactly.
and a half. So you will learn a lot, and you play against meta from whole Europe. So if you want to be competitive,
you will get the quality games always. So you will learn a lot. Yeah,
I mean there were people, in Norway. So second and fifth WTC team. I think there were people from France WTC teams. There were many French people. There were Spanish. There were Germans and Swedes, and so really UK. Pat was there. So yeah, I mean it was really well occupied by good players. So go to ClogCon if you can.
Yeah, exactly. Sergey was there.
Yeah, and Sergey from Estonia was there, and he invited everybody to tournament. I think it is organized in Petersburg. I think they have. He's going there. He told me, and there will be some people coming. But the next, if you are talking about cons, remember about the Conquest, then the new sort of Iron Mood that will be in January, mid-January. On Conquest, something NK, you can check the website and buy a ticket and go there. It will be, you will be safe.
If I don't forget, I will provide the link in show notes under that.
Okay. Yeah, but this is the next big con, I think.
We'll try to be there.
Yeah, we will be there.
We will be there.
Yeah, Norbert is coming. Norbert is coming. So we have to
make arrangements with my boss, meaning my wife.
My boss is the lady boss.
Yes. All right. So we
traveled 9 hours.
9 hours. Yes, we had a trunk full of recording equipment, models, etc. I took 2 factions, which was pretty bad. A lot of stuff. So I don't want to do that again. So there is that. So we came on Thursday. We played a game in the hotel on the floor.
Yeah, that was
just to move some models around and show Bartek some tricks from minions. And then we set up most of stuff Thursday night for the streaming and recording. So in general the hotel is great. It's a very big hotel, very near the airport. So everybody coming from all over Europe with planes
and a lot of people from other countries. It's like 600 or 800 rooms. So very big hotel.
And it's the gaming hall is great. It's one huge hall, and just next to the hall is the dining area, so you can have your lunch and dinner, or not dinner, lunch there. And the hotel restaurant serves a great breakfast, and you have just like 2 minutes walk on the other side some food courts, so you can go for pizza or whatever you like.
Yeah.
It's very good infrastructure for running an event, and it's run very smooth. There is a bar open all the time with whatever drinks you want to get. So I think this is a near perfect place for that. I mean, I couldn't imagine what was missing there.
Nothing.
Right? Streaming was there.
They should post the results, maybe. They should post the results from the games.
Yeah, maybe one thing that was that could be a bit better would be electronic software for the pairings and everything.
Yeah, so we can check it on the website or on your mobile.
People, so like it's done on WTC or it's done on other bigger tournaments, that you can check it on your phone. What's your pair? What's your table? And that's maybe a step forward for the future for ClogCon as well. But it has been done decently. I never had a issue with finding my place or table, etc. It's just level up, so to say.
Yeah, and there are not many delays, honestly. It was normal because delays are always, even at WTC or I don't know, in any con you have delays because schedule is tight.
Lucy, I think the judge said to us that the event is run on gentle dead clock, which means they will not stop with master clock. They will not stop our games, and we should be more or less on time. But if we are delayed a bit, then nobody will shoot anyone. And the lunch hour was a bit stopping the delays, because if you finished your games a bit later, then you had just a bit shorter time for lunch. But it was also good because the people that ended their games earlier ate earlier, so there was never too many people on the lunch, so there were no queues, so there were not many. It was not crowded. So all in all, I think that the event was run very well. I would say. So we had a stream there and recording as well. As usual, we lost some videos. One, I installed the new software XSplit, and it was running great on all the computers except one. One computer just refused; it froze all the time. So technical issue. But the stream ran very well this time on XSplit, and then commentator was great.
Thank you, commentator.
Yeah. So
it's always funny, and he was really funny commentating. When I was playing in this 1:30 in the night, I was laughing all the time, and he was laughing. Everybody was laughing. Only the guy that won wasn't laughing. I mean, he was laughing afterwards. So.
Did you hear him?
The commentator?
Yes.
Yeah, because he was speaking quite loudly. And
okay, because I had one game commentated as well, and I wasn't concentrating on what he's saying, but I heard him a bit, but just like in back.
Yeah, but it was not a problem. It's not an issue. It was funny, just funny, because he was really tired after a whole day of commentating, and we were tired too. So it was like a big joke game, and those kind of games are always funny.
Yeah.
And
so it was George. George was commentating, George Busha. So thanks, George, for all the work you put in. It was 3 days of. I know it's fun for all of us, but it was 3 days you spent on commentating instead of playing. So I hope you enjoyed it, because I had a lot of great feedback from people watching the videos afterwards and during, that they really liked commentating, and it was spot on. That
he should be sports commentator.
Yeah, probably. Maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, we don't know.
Anyway, I think that I haven't watched all of the games. I've watched some, and I also like the commentating. It's good quality. It's better quality than old PP commentators. This year they got the last event they got their shit together and started commentating like they should, because before they could go on tangent and talk about some trolls, what the trolls eat for lunch or whatever, and you would never know what the game is about. But this time they go on, a side trip a bit, but then they go back to game and talk about the game. So this time it was okay.
So if you want to go to ClogCon, you will meet all the best players usually there. That will be from all over Europe. So Holland, Belgium, Germany, France, Spain, Norway, Poland, UK, and I think Sweden for sure, and Norway for sure also. And there were people from Finland also, and I think somebody from Austria also. Italy, I think also. So all the great players were there.
Yes.
And besides
Yeah, I think that ClogCon is at that point already on a map as one of the best cons. We don't have that many cons in Europe, but that one is definitely on the map as one of the points of the year you should reserve your time to go to. And I hope it will grow with time. There was this year Blood Bowl, 40k, and Guild Ball.
40k was quite popular. There were many players there also. And Guild Ball, there were like two rows of tables. I think around 30 people playing. So yeah, there were.
I was going near one of the 40k tables, and it was like, I don't know, 200. I don't know what the lizards are called, gene stealers or whatever. 200 of something. And I was thinking, is it a diorama or are they playing? Because there's no place to put models anywhere. There are those little buggers everywhere, and there were like, I don't know, 5 or 6 machines from Adeptus Astratus or whatever on the other side, and they were just rolling dice. The small things are running, the big things are rolling dice, and the small things are running. I don't know, where's the...
It's a dice game.
It's a dice game.
Do not complain.
I'm not complaining. It looks very nice. It looks very nice.
Cinematic.
But where is the tactic in that?
It's cinematic and it's epic, okay? And it's not tactic. It's epic and cinematic. So this is what the GW wants to do. Yes. And the models are great. You cannot say that. I mean,
no, they are nice. Yeah.
But anyway, we have some question to ask to PP. If you want to, it would be lovely, like we did, where we asked last time, if there can be some kind of preview sale of the new items that were available at the same time at War Machine Weekend. It was 1 week earlier, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, War Machine Weekend and ClogCon are more or less the same time frame. So why could the ClogCon be a place to be to have a pre-released models there? That would be beneficial for European players to have at least one con a year where we have a pre-releases or something.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, at least do something for us. Throw us a bone.
Even the small one.
make an exclusive model. And
no. This is already done. But we would like to, because
exclusive model. It's
on SmokeCon you've got exclusive model like my Iris and my Gobber.
But SmokeCon done Iris and Gobber themselves.
Yeah.
And that's not a PP model. If you.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
But they made the Grimkin, special Grimkin dude.
Last year.
For last year, but the SmokeCon was discontinued, right? So now it's BonesCon.
Yes, now it's BonesCon. It's in February, and it will be multi-system.
Multi-system, yeah.
So not only War Machine, but also 40k and everything else. Anyway, and about the factions that we played at the ClogCon, there was, even though Kriegs was in the tops and everybody was talking about Kriegs, but in reality, factions were quite evenly spread, I would say. Not much signal. That's what I noticed.
No.
And no Ouroboros at all. People from Poland, listen. No Ouroboros. I mean, like one player out of 100 played Ouroboros. And we have a master in Poland. I have 34 people in masters just this weekend, and I have 6 or 7 Ouroboroses. So, yeah, Polish meta. Ouroboros style.
There were 2 people with Circle Ouroboros in masters.
Okay, out of 70.
Out of 70.
Yeah.
So less Circle Ouroboros players than Minions players.
That's strange.
Which is interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's... but the same is happening in States. It's not only European.
No Ouroboros in States at all. Almost.
There is no Ouroboros in States. So maybe Ouroboros will be next Minions, and Minions will be a bit better.
But I don't think that Ouroboros is so weak.
No, it's not.
It's just, but, it's not maybe straightforward. I don't know, maybe...
It's like it was with Kriegs the first half year after Mark III, I think. This is same mechanics working. People maybe are a bit tired. Some of the stuff is weaker than it used to be, and there was no CID for Ouroboros since the beginning of Mark III.
Yeah.
So once the CID hits, there will be a recurrence of...
Are you talking to me that we will see in March recursion of, coming back of Kriegs? I thought it's already there.
Come on. Don't get me... should I post a South meme or something about Kriegs?
Yeah. Come to the dark side.
Yes. During my faction crisis, I looked at my... actually, I asked myself a question. Why the hell I'm not playing Kriegs? I have a whole, let's say, level on my in my diorama, in my
closet.
Yeah, whole shelf full of Kriegs. I just need probably a couple of models bought and painted to have a competitive list.
This is something that includes, you have to calculate time also, because you are playing Minion, let's say 2 months now. And if you want to start playing Kriegs, it will take you at least, 3-4 months before it will be okay. You will feel Kriegs in a way that you know how what to do. Because the easiest solutions are already, they have been chewed up and thought about and had counters. So it's not like when I started playing Kriegs in February or in March, it was different because it was totally new. But now you will be, entering not the increasing period of Kriegs, the power of Kriegs, but rather at the high end or something like that. Because I do not believe that Kriegs will be so prevalent in 6 months, for example. So I don't think
it's a little bit too ending now, or what?
Yeah.
No, they just got CID and new models, so they will be, and they just a couple of weeks ago they got new factions, new team forces. So there is still new levels of bad to be discovered.
Yeah,
but I don't like I don't like to switch so much. I like Minions and I like Signar, but I'm a bit bored with Signar, so I think I will contribute my time now to Minions and play for a few months Minions and see what will come out of that. If there will be something good or not.
Yeah, there will be good. I know that. It's a dark horse factor. Never can be underestimated. It cannot be underestimated. This is really important in this game. When everybody knows everything and everybody is quite good, then if you bring something different, then you've got advantage. This is my opinion.
But
Like
strong lists are strong, and if you have strong lists, then you just win. Yeah. If you are good player with strong lists, then it's better than be a good player with dark horse factor. Because if you face someone that knows your dark horse, then you don't have the factor, and you just have minions. Then
complaints.
Nah.
Anyway,
right, so
I think we should go to the games as we have 1 hour, 30 minutes left. So
let's talk
you go
shortly
first
about
with your games of the day one, and I will do follow up. Okay?
Okay, I will talk about all 4 because it will be fast. So day 1, I played minions in Masters. So my first game was versus Xerxes 2, and
not Invictus. Okay, it was friendly game.
No,
okay.
it was Xerxes. No, the Vindictus was the day before versus versus Vindictus versus Bartek. And so I played Arcadius versus Xerxes 2, and he had like a couple of beasts, two turtles, and his caster, and he puts to one flank. I run everything up like crazy, and he puts 2 turtles on one flank, a couple of war beasts on the other flank, and his caster is more or less centrally going a bit behind his war beast, and I'm just, if he moves anything from his zone, I can kill his caster. And he moves, and he casts spells, so he's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 camps, I don't remember. So I told him, you know what, I probably can get 2 war beasts easily on your caster. And if I try hard enough, I probably can get 4 war beasts on your caster. So let's do this, and it will be a short game. And it was a short game. After a second war beast into his face, Xerxes died. So he's not so tough. And then game 2 was Calaban versus Tyra. And I don't remember if I started or not. It doesn't really matter. We had like the line of engagement was somewhere in the middle. And he jammed me with his forces, and I just Calaban I love that if they jam me, because I have so many souls to kill, and Tyra was in range of Calaban, so to say. Calaban killed one dude, made him an arc node, so he can put spells on Tyra, and Tyra was standing on a hill, so defense 19, but I ran my battle engine in range, so I get +2 to spells, and Calaban feeds, and I spell Assassinate Tyra. So that was my game 2. Also ended on round 2, and then it started going a bit harder because then game 3 I play versus Jonas. Yes, and he's a very good player, very competent, and he played Gorshey too.
His favorite character, by the way.
Seems so. And he was very aware of I played Calaban because that would be my quick drop at that moment. And he played very cagey with Gorshade, keeping him away from my assassination possibility. So I went for attrition feed, and the feed took me half an hour. I killed maybe 60% of his army, and the game ended on clock. I had like 10 seconds left. He had like 8 models left, but it doesn't matter because I lost. So if I was a bit more skilled with Calaban, it might have been a better game. Also worth noting, he forgot to hit with Gorshade, so he might have had a bit better situation than he had. But all in all, I think Calaban has game creeps, so I need to check it out. So then game 4, I'm 2-1, and I get last year's invitational player, I think from Spain. So he's playing COC, and I don't know shit about COC. Everything I know about COC is what I saw on Battle Reports on YouTube. He's playing Aurora, and not the usual Jack spam with TPs, but he's playing new recursion team with 4 forges and 50 dudes, and just everything was full of dudes. And I knew Caliban has no game into that because his stupid things don't have souls or corpses or whatever. They are not either living or undead, so I cannot make an Archon out of them, and it's just bad. So what I do is I choose Arcadius, and it actually works pretty well. I managed to kill we counted 32 dudes in one round, and the problem is
pretty okay.
Yeah, pretty okay. The problem lies in the details, because I fail.
I thought the problem lay on the clock.
No, the clock was actually also pretty okay, because I managed to do it quite fast with sprays from Arcadius Warbeast, etc. So the clock I had still 25 minutes maybe when I lost, but the problem was in positioning that I've done in the end, and then a bit of target prioritization, and a bit also but mainly the positioning, because I allowed him to score on his round. He went score on my round, because he went first. I should have not allowed him to score, and I sprinted away with my Warbeast to be out of range of something, I don't remember even what, and I went out of range of contesting the flag. So that was the first mistake. And then I positioned my Brian half an inch from the zone, and it would have he was overtaking like crazy, so I could have left him in the zone, so he could also be a problem for him. And the way I played, he only thing he had to do is kill my objective, kill 2 my heavy Warbeasts that were in the zone, and kill my 1 light Warbeast, and he won the game on scenario. So that was that. And
but
because
you made mistakes, not because the list was bad, just mistakes, because it was late and you were
exactly
tired.
And to do that, he needed to involve his caster. So if I positioned better and didn't give him opening for scenario, he couldn't go so all out, so he couldn't kill so many of my Warbeasts. He would kill 2 of my Warbeasts, and I could, continue on the grind and try to do something. So the matchup is maybe playable, but I need more practice in general with my list, with minions. Maybe after 100 games I can be one point faster, and 2, don't do positioning mistakes and errors like I did. So that was my day 1. You can tell me about your game.
Okay.
Your day 1.
I played 6 games on day 1. Started at night, finished around 2, and in the night. And I don't remember that my all games because I didn't write them down, sadly. But I know that I played 3 times crits, so 3 times mirrors. I played 1 trolls. I played mercenaries. So out of 6 games, I remember 5. I may not do it in the proper way, but I played against trolls, and the guy didn't have an answer for crits. He dropped Gunbjorn and Scar. Maybe I will say something about my list. I had a Scar Dark Host with 2 cavalries, 2 right engines, and some stalkers, and some stuff, Darak including. And the second list was Dark Ghostly that I didn't take out of the deck. And the third list was Coven Statixis. that I intended to play, but I never played it. I played all 6 games with Scar because I like that. I didn't play Scar before. This list was, the idea of playing Scar was given to me by Maestro, one of War Room PL bloggers that is playing Kader. Because I played a lot of Coven. I won a tournament in Czech Republic with Coven. But I thought that Coven is really okay, but he doesn't bring anything if you have to play into the melee army. And Scar is just Scar. So she gives everything. You've got attack, hitting to hit bonus, you've got damage buff, you've got armor buff, you've got a lot of focus, so she's pretty cool, honestly. I understand why people played her a lot in second edition. But anyway, so the trolls I just ate like Chris with Scar 1 8 trolls. I think I played against mercenaries because I played against the guy that I also played in the finals, in the invitational second time. So I also won that game. I don't remember honestly too much, but I have must won. But I want to talk about 3 mirror matches because they're interesting. First mirror match was it was Ghosted the Negra 2. And it seems that the guy had a list created for crits to kill models and to fit on models and to make them stationary. But the thing with Scar is that she just goes over the normal anti-crits things. Because Helmov, for example, if you want to kill something with Helmov, if you don't have many models, and Scar doesn't have a lot of models, I have 8 cavalry, 2 right engines, and some stalkers and Darak, and that's all. So the Helmov is not very effective. I fitted, we played, I think it was quite fast scenario, something like per the net or something, and I won really, really fast on scenario. And my cavalry just killed all the ghost pirates with impact attacks, with everything. So I just did what I usually do with Coven. I cleared the zones, I scored the scenario, and won on scenario as far as I remember correctly. And this was the easiest way to win. So you have to try your list and test it. There's not easy drop if you think that it's quick drop, it really should be played against Dark Horse, because I think this will be the most popular drop. Why I play Dark Host into Crix? Because I had 1 Arknow, and I have got 2 Hellfires. Hellfire from Scar. With the Scarlock, if I roll high for the extra focus, I can try to do it 2 Hellfires. And also Darak Zach has the 5 Hellfire. And you can charge, oh yes, I remember this game now. You can charge something, kill it with your, with Darak, and then make another attack with Battle Wizard. So honestly, Darak made the game for me, because with Stalker that was getting from the objective the magical weapons, killed 10 Blackbanes, I think in 3 rounds. So Darak was killing like 2 per turn, and Stalker were killing 1 with his 1 attack. But at the end, I managed to clear the zones and win on scenario. And Scar was running away from the battle engine that was trying to kill him. So this was the first mirror match. Second mirror match, and really, I had luck this game, and I won because of luck. I was playing against Lich 1. I played once against Lich 1, and I knew that he's an assassin with spells, but I forgot about it. I did really cool on attrition. I cleared the zones. I removed from play a leader of 1 unit of pirates. So I killed the whole unit of pirates. I killed the second unit, and he was spawning at the edge of the table. So it was really looking good. On the other side, I was also killing pirates quite fast. And all, I was winning on scenario and on attrition, on everything. My cavalry was running amok between the pirates. But I forgot about the feat. I killed 1 Arknote on one Death Reaper, and it was okay. But then he had a second Death Reaper that I ignored because I was bad playing. And he, at the end of the game, when I was winning on scenario and attrition, he ran forward the Arknote, and he started to sling spells on Scar. And I was lucky because he didn't roll boosted 9 and didn't hit a Scar. Because I had quite a lot of focus, but Hellfire is power 14, and Scar is armor 15, so -1. Even with focus, if he rolled quite okay, then he would manage to kill me without any problem with all my focus because I was not fully healed. Because you never heal Scar up to full. I healed her to 10 points, I think, or 11. But he didn't roll the boosted 9, and I killed him next turn. So that was luck. But I know how to play it now, and it won't be so easy for Lich 1. So again, if you have Hellfire, and if you... Scar can play into the Ghost League. I don't think Ghost League will be a problem anymore, but I think Scar can play into most of the things. And the third game was the final in the Masters. It was Kriegs on Kriegs. Jonas was playing not Gorshade 1, but his Denny 1 Statixis list with Ragman and 2 units, big unit of Statixis, small big unit of witches that were in ambush, and crows. And I was so tired and so happy that I was in the final that I didn't give a shit. And I tried to kill Denny on his hair fit turn. So I had to roll. He didn't see that coming. I managed to move my battle engine with Darak, not Mortal Fear, but Death Ride. So she had a speed 6, even with Dennis speed, and mass 5, and then it's 16. But I managed to clear all the statistics and other stuff and bring my battle engine to Denny that was camping 1. And I had to hit her 2 times with boosted 11 because her guidance. Yeah, spell that some people call feat in other casters or warlocks. But anyway,
feat level spell.
Yeah, feat level spell. Yeah, maybe. But I don't think she's not very popular. I don't know why, but she's not. So anyway, I had 3 attacks from my battle engine, and I only hit 1, and I didn't kill her. So, and then I shake the hand because it was 1:45 a.m. and I didn't really have the will to play anymore. And my colleague that was staying with me, Bartek, thank you, Bartek, was like, because I was winning also on attrition, but you stupid guy, why did you stop playing? You were winning on attrition. You could have played this from our, and I said, oh, come on, I'm already qualified to Invitational, so I'm okay with that. I don't have to win it. Maybe next year I will win it, but this year I didn't feel that I deserved the win, and I know that Jonas really wanted to win, so I didn't want to make it long or boring or things like that. And the same situation will be with one other game on Sunday. so that was my game. So you can play mirror match if you know what to do. And this is my idea. So, and I played 3 Kriegs out of 6 games, so 50% Kriegs. At least I know what to do with Kriegs now.
Exactly. So then they went to day 2. And I changed factions over the night. I packed all my minions and unpacked all my
minions, bebe.
Yeah, and I played Haley tree and Nemo tree, a pair, and then I started in Steamroller White, and the first thing I got Ghost Fleet with Haley, so I dropped Haley tree, and I clocked myself, and my opponent had still 20 minutes on the clock, so I dropped from Steamroller White and changed my list.
He was playing Danny too, by the way, because this is the same guy that I won in the first day. Okay.
Yeah. So I changed the list through.
You took out Alexia,
right? and
too much time.
Yeah, Alexia is taking too much time. Creating souls is great, but I took in Ayana and Holt, and then I went for another Steamroller, registered, and then I get first matchup Haley 3 versus Nemo 3. And I think, okay, I'm fucked now because all the electrolytes will kill all my dudes, but actually it's not as desperate as you might think, because he's highly dependent. He doesn't see you, so he's highly dependent on the leaps. And depending on how many leaps he rolls each time, and how many taps you will make, and how your echoes are positioned, and jacks, those leaps do not kill all the things, all the guys that are making a cloud wall. So if you survive that, you can take his pieces all the time and revive one guy at or maybe 2 if you feed. So I took this game by attrition and won it versus Nemo. It wasn't an easy win, but it's playable for Haley. And then game 2, it was Nemo 2 versus Tyra, and I had a disgustingly good Nemo's feat. I took like most of his army, and he went for Hail Mary assassination, but forgot that his jack that is doing the side steps will be pushed away with each hit from Strider, and he was missing like 1 inch to Nemo at the end. So I killed Tyra a round after because he went all in with his forces. And then game 3, that was a very grindy game. It was again Haley 3 versus Old Witch 2 versus Kador. And it took the game lasted 7 turns, and we were grinding each other out. And in the end, I won on scenario because Haley wants to play a long game, and my opponent also had a little less time than I had, so I had a good clock management this time around. And it was Bartek from page 5D, by the way. So hi Bartek, if you're listening. So I like where Haley is now lying. And then the game 4, I mentioned this already. I won this versus Grimkin, Haley 3 versus Grimkin, and I won this actually on clock. I had a bit of scenario advantage, and I was the last rounds. I was actually only swarming the zones with my guys, so he couldn't kill them all and couldn't gain back the scenario I mentioned, the points that I gained at the beginning, and he was behind on clock, and I clocked him. So these were my so each time I played I had a bit different approach, and it all worked. So it was like, because I had like break from Signal for a month and a half maybe or something. After WTC I didn't play a lot, and when I played Minions, so I was pretty happy that I managed to jump in and qualify, because there was a spot on Steamroller Blue, so I made it. We won the Steamroller Blue and made it to the.
And the spot was because of
Invitational.
The spot was because of Pat, so thank you, Pat.
Yeah, Pat, because Pat qualified on Champions, and then the next day he played in team tournament and he qualified again, because he couldn't, so that made one spot available for the Steamroller Blue that I didn't know when I started. So
yeah, but we thought it was one spot, but it seems that it wasn't, but at the end it was. So as always, matching was like this. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to devolve a lot about my Saturday games, because I played just for fun.
This, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I played.
Let's talk in more detail in day 3.
I just say one sentence. Yeah. I played mainly Coven to learn, because I wanted to play him in Invitational, the Coven statistics. So that was the why what I played. I don't think I won 2, lost 2 or something like that. And it was day 3 and the Invitational, so the final, the most important tournament. 8 people, like you said, 2 Crixes. So Jonas and me from the Masters. It was Pat Danforth with Grimkin from the Champions. There were 2 English guys from the team tournament. One was playing Retribution, and the other one, Toby, was playing Trolls. And then there was a French guy that was playing Mercenaries that I played against. And there was, who else?
German, who was Ben, who I played against, he was playing Retribution as well.
Okay, so this was the setup of the tournament. 3 rounds, all or nothing. Most of the people dropped after loss. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So your first round.
Yeah, okay. My first game was maybe very interesting. It was Haley 3 versus Madrak 1. And I made a bunch of mistakes, small mistakes, but they did bite me in the ass in the end. I played my. This game is recorded, so you can see it in detail on YouTube. But I played my riflemen too far on the left flank, and I should have played them centrally, because I was missing a couple of shots at early stage of the game to clear a zone and a flag. And I could have scored at that point, and then probably next round I could have more easily with my rifleman clear the zone again. But because I did not do that, he swarmed my zone and I couldn't score, so I lost on scenario on round 7, 4-2. So I was missing those 2 points that I could have scored early to have a shot at least. But it's very difficult game against mid mountain for Haley Tree.
Yeah.
So probably I haven't played versus trolls like forever. I think last time I played like more than half a year ago. It was somewhere April. So definitely need more training to.
Yeah, and the trolls. It seems because I played later with Toby, and the trolls are really bad. But my first game was I was playing against a very nice French guy that was playing mercenaries. It was awesome with two battle engines, two big units of hammer dwarfs, some gun bunnies, and two artilleries, two Ogrun Bokurs. And honestly, I was I haven't played Mercs. I know what Ostrom does. I played him a lot, but I haven't played Mercs in this league before, and I made some mistake, lost stalkers very easily, and a lot of stuff lost. I didn't have a great fit turn. The tough dwarves are really difficult to kill, and they of course come back. So I didn't use my high fire to remove them from play maybe once. So it was really grind the game, and I was losing on attrition, and I think I was losing on scenario. But if you play against crits, you have to watch out, and he didn't, and he got killed by battle engine and one cavalry guy. So it was really very good. I mean, I just went all or nothing and managed to get a win because he made a mistake with positioning. And my second game was against the guy that won with Marcin. So he was playing Mid Mountain, and Mid Mountain is really difficult to kill. He had two units of champions, one big, one small. He had one unit of warriors, screen of Kree warriors, and a lot of solos and Madrak one. So he moved forward. I went first. I moved forward. He moved forward, and then I think fitted top of one, or maybe top of one. So I couldn't charge him, but I counterfeited, and even with the his fit scar that fits on different things can really kill a lot. And I managed to clear one side of the board almost totally with my two battle engines fitted, one cavalry fitted, and three stalkers fitted. So they did a lot of work. They killed champions, they killed warriors, they killed some solos. There was only one guy left standing, one beast that was contesting the zone. And afterwards, the games went like this, that I managed to score in his turns and then my turns in one zone. And this was for me the scenario win. And he was clearing me slowly from the other side. And I lost everything almost in this game. I get Scar, one cavalryman, and Scarlock left. And he had like big unit of warriors, champions, and half of the warriors, and some solos. So the game was going into his way. But I did some tricks with machine rate and things like that, and I managed to win on scenario. So it's really difficult. Trolls are really difficult, and I had the tools for that because I have grievous wounds, high power, high mat, boosted attacks. And still it was really difficult. So if you play against Madrak 1 or Madrak 3, it will be similar. You have to watch out because they are really, really strong. I will finish then my third game because with two wins in the Invitational, I was in the final and I had to play it against Pat. This game is recorded by Page 5DE and it's not really interesting. It was my second game against Grimkin. Pat is much better player than I am. And there was a list lock, so I couldn't play Scar. I had to play Satixis, and they didn't have the power to kill the beast of Grimkin. But anyway, I tried. There was not much going on. He moved forward and blocked all the zones. I tried to kill the beast, but they are really, really bricky, and I couldn't with all the tricks of Grimking, so no charging with one Arcana, a Rebuke on the other unit, so I couldn't charge, and the Wall of Fire, my infantry would die going through the Wall of Fire, so I didn't have much choice. I had an idea to assassinate him, but I forgot that I cannot. I wanted to dispel a Rebuke and then put some Statistics Riders on the Heretic, because he was Heretic beast list. But I forgot, I don't know why, because I never played in Mark II almost. I couldn't charge my own model and dispel the Rebuke. So after that, I just finished my clock and shook his hand, and he won the Invitational. And that was the game. So all in all, I'm pretty happy. Second in Invitational, second in Masters. It's okay. I played Scar and some Coven. I'm fixing my list now. You can see my list. I will be posting them both on our War Room blog. So it will be, you can look at them. I have some ideas because on Saturday I played Scar into Grimkin because I wanted to test her. And it was not a nice game. The Gremlin Swords can easily kill Battle Engine just with his special action, because he can do like 4-6 damage per turn per one Gremlin Swarm. So without any problem, he can just kill one Battle Engine by 4 Gremlin Swarms in 2 turns. So you have to watch out. You don't have a space to land because they are incorporeal models. So you have to, if you want to play Dark Horse into Grimkin, you have to have a magical attack. That's one thing. And of course you can play Satixis, but Satixis has a problem that they don't have too much power, and the bricky the big brick of Wanderer or Heretic or the what is the lady, the Dreamer, can survive Satixis charges, and then you have a problem because you don't have much more damage output to kill the beast. Jonas was playing in first round with Pat, and he also lost. And he was playing not yet nerfed Den 1, so there is no bigger swing in armor than in the War Machine than Den 1 right now. And he still didn't manage to kill the beast and lost, I think, on scenario, as far as I remember. So the Grimke are really good, and they are really quite good counter for crits, in my opinion. But there are ways to fight it. I hope that my next tournament is Poznań, in Poznań, Masters, Polish Masters. I will try to new list, and maybe afterwards, when I have some information from those games, I will share them with you. Okay, it seems that Marcin has some difficulties, technical difficulties. So for the first time ever, I will finish our cast. Thank you for listening. We will post some show notes tomorrow, and Marcin will post the episodes tomorrow, I hope. And it's all recorded. So again, ClogCon is great. Come there if you can. And see you next time, I suppose. Bye bye. Bye bye. Over and out.
Thank you for listening to Boxcars. I hope you liked it. See you soon.